PageRank is an algorithm used by Google Search to rank web pages in their search engine results. Uh, PageRank works by counting the number of quality of links to a page to determine a rough estimate of how important the website is. The underlying assumption is that more important websites are likely to receive more links from other websites. The websites whose links are posted in other pages seem to rank higher, and this leads to a lot of spamming low quality links. To eradicate this, Google came up with a fix in their algorithm and released an update called Panda, which removed all low quality links and emphasized getting high quality links over low quality links.
Okay, um, so that was our presentation. Now I'm going to continue with explaining how the PageRank algorithm can be implemented using AWS. So for the PageRank algorithm, we are going to first implement it in simple Java code. For implementing it as a simple Java code, the code is provided here. Uh, you use this code and you can open this code up. Once the code is open, you can run it into Eclipse, and whenever it asks for the node links, this can be provided as input. uh, by running this code as a simple Java program, you will be generating an output. That output will be of this format. So I entered 5 and 5 as the number of iterations and the number of nodes, and provided this values as the uh, value for each link, and these were the results of my program. Next, what you're going to do is run the code in AWS. So once you are in AWS, you can create a bucket, and you have to give it a particular name. So I'm creating a bucket, and once this bucket is created, you can use the upload button and you can add files to the bucket. Also, um, we are going to create a cluster, and that cluster is an EMR cluster. And for that, I've already done this experiment, so I'm just going to use the previously created clusters. So I'm just clicking this and creating a clone of it, and just say yes for to include the previous steps, and say create cluster. And this will take time, a couple of minutes for starting the cluster. And so what we'll do is just take the code that was provided, and we'll copy that code into our S3 bucket. And once it's in the S3 bucket, we are going to use this command, that is AWS S3 CP S3 and then the bucket name. So I created a bucket called as 8010 bucket, and so this is my bucket. So I'm just going to replace the bucket name by my bucket name, and I'll run this. Once this command is run, it will copy the code into the master node. Once it's copied to master node, what we are going to do is we are going to run this code using this command, and we'll produce the output as the PageRank output. Once For running that command, we have to basically use the jar file that we are going to create using Eclipse Scala. And for Eclipse Scala, you have to first create a package, and in that package you are going to make some changes. You are going to um, basically go to pom.xml, and um, in that file you're going to add the dependencies. Once the dependencies are added, next step is you create a class, and you create a driver.scala program, and this is the code. And for that, you are going to in the code, you are going to uncomment this line, and after uncommenting that line you're going to give the place like or the URL of path where you have stored the Hadoop program, and once that is given, you can just create a jar file by right clicking on the package and going to Maven, um, run as Maven clean first and then run as Maven uh, install. After that is done, your jar file is created, and then you can copy and paste that jar file into your S3 bucket. And once that bucket has both the files required, you can run it using this command, and then the output will be generated in the S3 bucket. Then you can copy that S3 bucket output, and you can get it into your own system, and that's how the code is run. And the output generated will be of the following format. I'll just show you that. um, so okay, um, I have it in my downloads. So here is the zip file. When you open that, uh, the PageRank output text file will be of this format, and it will have the page ranks of all the pages. And that's it. And these are the terminal text commands that I used. um, Make sure you run the commands properly, and if you are facing any errors, uh, so something like the class file is not existing, then you need to check that you have set the environmental variables for Java and Scala properly. To change the environmental variables, you can go to your environmental variables for system, and in the path folder you have to check your Scala, and Scala path is added properly. So this is how you can check it. Alright, this is how we run the PageRank program. Thank you.